Number 7B, protection of public health and safety during COVID-19 pandemic and response, further suspension or modification of statutes dated March 14, 2020, suspending in-person open meeting requirements. All public meetings will be closed to the public at this time. Public meetings will be televised in real time on Groton Municipal Television Channel 2 and online. If you wish to address the mayor and council during receipt of citizens petitions, comments, please call 860-629-5169, PIN number 376938. Kirkpatrick, please call the roll.
Present via Skype are Mayor Keith Hedrick, Deputy Mayor Jamal Beckford, Councilors Lisa McCabe, Reginald Stanford, Rashad Carter, Finance Director Ron Uhas, Clerk Deborah Patrick, also staff, the Mayor's admin, Jill Rusk, and IT employee Andrew Robbins.
Okay, we got to salute
Councilors Guinevere Depot and Minerva Ortiz.
Okay, we're going to move to salute the flag. So please, for those that are in chambers, please stand. Everyone else will salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we're going to move on to recognitions, awards, and memorials. Council, are there any recognitions, awards, and memorials you'd like to recognize? Okay. Receipt of citizens petitions. Receipt of citizens petitions is the portion of the council meeting where the council welcomes comments from citizens. To address the council, please call 860-629-5169, PIN number 376938. Clearly state your name and address. Each presentation should be limited to 5 minutes or less, and citizens should, if possible, submit emailed or written comments. Presentations should be related to matters pertinent to the city of Groton. City councilors will only ask questions in order to clarify the speaker's presentation and can respond during the responses to citizens' petitions portion of the meeting. Okay. Okay, no one is called in. I'm going to, since we have no citizens petitions, skip over response to citizens petitions comments. Approval of the minutes. I need a motion to approve May 18, 2020 mayor and council meeting minutes.
This is Councilor McCabe. I so move.
Okay, we have a motion.
Councilor Stanford, second.
And we have a second. We have a motion and a second. Any additions, deletions, corrections? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Abstentions? Motion carries. I need a motion for the May 26, 2020 Committee of the Whole meeting minutes.
Councilor McCabe, I so move.
Councilor Stanford, second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any additions, deletions, or corrections? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Communications and report. Councilor McCabe.
No report, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Councilor Stanford.
Nothing to report at this time.
Okay, thank you. Councilor Carter.
I do. I just have a couple things really briefly.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. This is just referring to the Eastern Point Beach. I just want to tell residents that, the mayor and the council, we're trying to do the best thing, be in the best interest of health-wise as far as the citizens of Groton City, with trying to keep the respect of what the governor has going on. So if you do choose to attend by beach pass, if you just want to go down there and just just as a business as usual type deal. Don't think that the restrictions and the mandates that are being brought forth are a malicious act. We're trying to do the best interests of the residents. So that's what I have to say about the beach. The other thing I want to say is over the past couple of days, I have I've been contacted about and actually there's three individuals, all youth, that on separate occasions that have contacted me to get some guidance as far as doing a peaceful protest as far as what's going on with law enforcement. And and it's hard times right now, but what I would say is that Groton City is definitely open. We're open. We respect the First Amendment right to protest. I would just say that we do it peacefully as possible, and I think we would welcome that with open arms as a city. At least I would. So that's all I have to say about that.
Okay. Deputy Mayor Beckford.
I'd like to just echo what Councilor Carter just said about the beach, that none of this is malicious and we're just trying to follow the mandates handed down from the governor. And I'd also like to, I personally would like to, second his position on the second subject he brought up, that, it's not my intention to stop anybody's First Amendment rights. And so if people want to assemble and voice their opinion, I think that's a good thing. And that's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. I've talked about the beach before, and I agree with what Councilors Carter and Deputy Mayor Beckford said. We're trying, the number one issue for me is to keep the place safe and not to be the fun police. There are some changes that will take place this year only because of social distancing and things like that. And as the situation changes, we will change the rules to accommodate. And I'm hoping that by the end of the season, we will be back more towards what we've seen in the past. But we'll just have to see. As far as protests, I want to say that this morning I received a call that in the parking lot by Ballfield 1, someone had written "No Justice, No Peace" and hashtag Black Lives Matter. And I was called and said, they said, "What do you want to do with this?" And I talked to my police chief, and we decided that the right thing to do always is to support freedom of speech and to support the protests that are going on nationwide, but particularly here in the city of Groton. And Councilor Carter, if you call the office tomorrow, we will connect you with, I saw something on Facebook that the chief sent to me that there is let's see if I can find it real quick on my phone. On Sunday, June 7th, there's going to be a peaceful protest that starts at Pequannock Plains Park and it goes to the Municipal building. And it says, looks like it goes there and back. So I just have a very little bit of information. I don't have a lot on it. We'll try to get some more tomorrow so we can get it out so that people who want to participate in that can participate. And I do intend to attend that and participate in that because it is my opinion that we should, I am angry about what has happened. I am hopeful that we're going to be able to get through this, but what happened was absolutely uncalled for. And, I don't have a whole lot that I can add to the conversation because I'm a white male. And I have never had to worry about, being pulled over while driving white. Or I've never had to worry about being in a store with all eyes watching me to see if I was going to steal stuff. Or I've never had to worry about people watching me when I'm just doing my normal business like I don't belong there. So I honestly can't put myself in those shoes, but I can certainly feel for those people, for all people that have been discriminated against and have been made to feel less of a human being. And we really do need to take a stance and turn our way around on this. So I'll finish with that. But Councilor Carter, if you could call us, we'll get you the information so you can get that to the people so that they can participate.
Yeah, I did receive that. Ed, thank you, and Ed, thanks for your words. That was encouraging. Appreciate that.
Okay, anybody else on communications and reports? Okay, committee referrals. Are there any committee referrals? Okay, hearing none, we'll move to new business. Councilor McCabe.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Resolution R-20-6-55. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council finally approve an ordinance authorizing the mayor and council to approve increases to retirees' pensions up to and including those who retire in 2016 as recommended by the City of Groton Retirement Board. I so move.
Do we have
Councilor
a
Stanford.
Deputy Mayor,
Okay, we have a second by Councilor Stanford, so we have a motion and a second. This has been initially approved in the past. This is the final resolution. Is there any further discussion?
Yeah, this is Councilor Stanford.
Councilor Stanford?
Just my question is in regards to COVID-19 and the way the economy is and budgetary things. Is it feasible for us to actually give this here pension raise at this time?
Finance Director Uhas, can you address that?
Yeah, we've actually accounted for this over the years as part of the valuation when that's done. And the valuation actually anticipates a higher COLA increase. So I think I know from the economic times it is a little challenging, but I believe this has been budgeted for and can be supported.
And we did include this in our 21 budget, is that correct?
It's part of the contributions to the pension plan that has been included in the budget, correct?
Okay, so Councilor Stanford, this has already been accounted for in the budget that was recently approved by us? And that stayed at a 4.3 mill rate?
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions or comments on this motion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstention? Motion carries. Councilor Stanford?
Resolution R-20-6-56. Therefore, be resolved that the mayor and council approve the Groton Utilities electric budgets for fiscal year Article 11, Section 4A. I so move.
Counselor McCabe, second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there this was discussed during the committee of the whole. Is there any additional discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed?
Aye.
Abstentions? Motion carries. Councilor Beckford.
Okay, resolution 20-6.
Or, I'm sorry, Deputy Mayor Beckford.
57. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council approve the City of Groton Department of Utilities water budgets for fiscal year 2020-2021 pursuant of the City of Groton Charter, Article 11, Section 4A. I so move.
Counselor
Councilor
McCabe.
Stanford seconds.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there, we discussed this at committee of the whole. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Counselor Carter, am I bypassing you on these?
Yes, Mayor.
Okay, just, all right. R-20-6-58, Counselor McCabe.
Resolution R-20-6-58. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council approve the City of Groton Department of Utilities sewer budgets for the fiscal year 2020 to 2021 pursuant to the City of Groton Charter, Article 11, Section 4A. I so move.
Councilor Stanford seconds.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there, this was discussed at the committee of the whole. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Abstention, motion carries. Counselor Stanford.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Resolution R-20-6-59. Therefore, be resolved that the mayor and council authorize Groton Utilities Management to approve the low bid and enter into a 3-year sludge management contract beginning July 1, 2020 with Harry H. Stone and Sons Incorporated, 313 Main Street, North Southbury, Connecticut, and issue a purchase order in the amount not to exceed $120,000 and no cents for transportation and disposal of liquid sewage, sludge, and scum at the water waste treatment plant to be paid from funds available in the proposed fiscal year 2020-2021 sewer operating budget. I so move.
Deputy Mayor Beckford seconds.
We have a motion and a second. This was discussed during the committee of the whole. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstention, motion carries. Counselor Beckford? Or, sorry, Deputy Mayor Beckford.
Resolution 20-6-60. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize Groton Utilities Management to approve the low bid and issue a purchase order to Gervais Ford, 5 Littleton Road, Ayer, Massachusetts, for the purchase of one 2020 Ford F-350 Super Duty 4x4 dual wheel regular cab in the quoted amount not to exceed $47,997 and no cents to be paid from available funds in the sewage account. I so move.
Counselor McCabe, second.
Stanford second.
We have a motion and a second. This was discussed during the committee of the whole. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention, motion carries. Counselor McCabe.
Resolution R-20-6-61. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize Groton Utilities Management to approve the lowest bid that meets specification and authorize a purchase order to James A. Kelly Company, 15 Linwood Street, Somerville, Massachusetts, for one 2021 Freightliner M2 106 boom truck outfitted with a Terex boom in the quoted amount not to exceed $264,977 and no cents to be paid from the funds available in a electric division vehicle replacement fund. I so move.
Councilor Stanford second.
Deputy Mayor Beckford seconds.
We have a motion and a second. This was discussed during the committee of the whole. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Counselor Stanford.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Resolution R-20-6-62. Therefore, be resolved that the mayor and council authorize Groton Utilities Management to enter into memorandum of understanding with Eversource for the independent systems operator required upgrade of the Groton-owned transmission facilities in order to coordinate efforts so as to minimize cost and time to implement improvements to the 1280, 1410, and 400 lines, including associated equipment in the Buddington substation, and the Director of Utilities to be authorized to execute the memorandum of understanding once approved by Eversource and Groton Utilities. I so move.
Counselor McCabe,
Deputy
second.
Mayor,
We have a motion and a second. This was discussed during the committee of the whole. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Deputy Mayor Beckford.
Resolution 20-6-63. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize Groton Utilities Management to enter into a master service agreement with the LIG Consultants, 510 Chapman Street, Suite 202, Canton, Massachusetts, for a 5-year contract, and that this company be recognized as a preferred vendor to avoid future bid process at agreed on prices for services, with consideration given to approval of future purchase order amounts for policy number 1004. Policy and procedures governing the purchasing practices of Groton Utilities and the Director of Utilities be authorized to execute the agreement. I so move.
Counselor McCabe, second.
We have a motion and a second. This was discussed during the committee of the whole. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Counselor McCabe.
Resolution R-20-6-64. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize Groton Utilities Management to approve the lowest bid that meets specifications and authorized purchase order to James A. Kelly Company, 15 Linwood Street, Somerville, Massachusetts, for one. Am I
Wait a
on
minute,
the right one?
you're at 20-6-64?
Sorry, when I flipped the page wrong.
Okay,
So, going back, resolution 20-6-64. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize Groton Utilities Management to enter into a master service agreement with BHI Energy, 500 Columbia Drive, Suite 100, West Palm Beach, Florida, for a 5-year contract, and that this company be recognized as a preferred vendor to avoid future bid process at agreed on prices for services, with consideration given to approval of future purchase order amounts per policy number 1004, policy and procedures governing the purchasing practices of Groton Utilities, and the Director of Utilities be authorized to execute this agreement. Or so move.
Councilor Stanford, second.
we have a motion and a second. This was discussed during the committee of the whole. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstention? Motion carries. Counselor Stanford.
Resolution -20-6-65. Therefore, be resolved that the mayor and council authorize and approve Mayor Keith Hedrick to waive the bid process and enter into a contract for boat repair with Dinghy Pro, 46 Plains Road, Unit 10, Essex, Connecticut, in the amount of $11,700 and no cents. And in addition, additional contingency of $1,170 and no cents reserved for contract changes for a total authorization of $12,870.00 to be paid from funds available in the fiscal year 2020 operating budget. I so move.
Counselor McCabe, second.
We have a motion and a second. This was discussed during the committee of the whole. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions. Deputy Mayor Beckford.
Resolution 20-6-66. Therefore be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize and approve the purchase of one model year 2020 Ford F-550 4x4 from Gengris Ford LLC, 225 New Britain Avenue, Plainville, Connecticut, for the price of $52,562.70, and one 9-foot Pro Plus plow and one 2.5 cubic yard Tornado sander to be purchased from Smith's Auto Sales, Incorporated, 747 Route 32, North Franklin, Connecticut, for a quoted cost of $12,689.00, for a total vehicle cost of $65,251.70, to be paid from fiscal year 2020 operating funds. I so move.
Counselor McCabe, second.
We have a motion and a second. We discussed this during the committee of the whole. Is there any additional discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstention? Motion carries. Counselor McCabe.
Resolution 20-6-67. Therefore be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize and approve the highway department to purchase one model year 2020 Ford F-150 from Gengris Ford LLC, 225 New Britain Avenue, Plainville, Connecticut, for the price of $29,086.20 to be paid from fiscal year 2020 operating funds. I so move.
Councilor Stanford.
Deputy Mayor.
We have a motion and a second. This was also discussed at committee of the whole. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? Okay, motion carries. That's it for the agenda for tonight. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
This is Counselor McCabe. I make a motion to adjourn.
Councilor Stanford, second.
So we have a motion and a second. We are adjourned. Thank you, council. Thank you, staff, for attending.
Have a good
Thank you,
night.
Mayor.
We are now
Have a good
adjourned.
night.
And the meeting is over.